Hello, all you wonderful people. Today I'll talk about 10 things you should know before starting nursing school. Number one. One of the first things you should know is that it isn't easy to become a nurse. That's what I thought. Not easy, but easier. It's very time consuming to study to become a nurse, and it isn't just I can do it. I'll just do as I say, and no. You need to plan your time and maybe sacrifice things for studies. It is a lot more you have to know than you thought. So my tip is that be prepared. It's going to be a lot of studies, and it is not only one subject. There is many parts in the nursing program. You have both theoretical courses and practical courses. They're different kind of studies, and they are really challenging. So be prepared that it's not as easy as you think. You have to put time and soul into it in the coming 3 years. So yeah, just be prepared. Number two. When it comes to the clinical, there is a chance that you won't get the placement that is near your hometown. Your placements can be anywhere, but at my university we had 3 different placements through the 3 years. 2 of the placements I got in my hometown, but the last placement I got in another city. So you need to be prepared that you can choose. And also you can choose your working hours. You have to follow your instructor's schedule. There is a lot of things that won't be in your hands. Just be prepared for it. And you just have to I got lucky and when I got another city, it took 1 hour train time to go there. But my fellow students, they got it was so long way, so they had to stay there, and the university doesn't pay that much for another accommodation. They pay a little sum, but that doesn't help at all. So you have to be prepared that you're gonna spend some extra money. Although university level studies are free in Sweden, you will pay something for your education, so just be prepared for that. Number 3. So another thing about your clinicals, you can't let your shyness or nervousness get in the way for you taking the opportunity to learn things at the clinicals. I know it can be tough sometimes at some placements, your supervisors aren't good or other issues, but you have to look past that because you're there to learn. So if there are any problems that are coming up, just make sure that you try to take care of them. Otherwise, we have in Sweden, we have there's a person that are responsible for you at your placement, so you can always take contact with them. So you don't have to feel that you're all alone on your placement. If any troubles come up, just talk to clinic adjunct, and maybe if there are big issues at your placement, they can have you moved to another facility. But the main point is that you should take advantage of this clinical practice, because after these 3 years, you're gonna be all alone. So you have to. I know you get some beginning practice at your new working place. I will recommend you to use the clinicals to learn some practice stuff. Number 4. Just because you're starting to become a nurse doesn't mean that you can face everything. That is not how it's supposed to be. Because I know that when I went out to my clinicals, I thought, well, I'm a nurse. I have to see this. Why can I see this? I'm really scared. I'm not scared, but I feel very uncomfortable when I see fingers they have been broken and they're hanging. Stuff in the beginning, I felt guilt. Why I couldn't see stuff like that, bleedings and other stuff. I was wow. I actually questioned everything. Like, am I supposed to be a nurse if I can't even like see this? What will I do the rest of my life? I was really scared in the beginning of clinicals. My tip that I would like to share with you is that you meet your fear. You know, as they say, to overcome a fear, you have to meet them, and that is 100% true. If you're in a clinical, for example, if you're scared of bleedings, as soon as you hear that a patient has come in with bleeding, you go there. You take the opportunity, and you go there and you expose yourself for that. Because slowly you'll get used to it. At least for me, it happened. Okay, I'll give an example from my real life. Because in the first day of my last clinical, I just watched when a doctor, they took like arterial blood sample from the artery right here, and then they have to put a needle there. But this doctor had troubles like getting the arterial blood. So like she was like, and I was just staring at that like blindly, and suddenly I felt sweaty, and I felt like everything became black from my eyes, and we were at the patient, and I'm like, oh no, not in front of patient. And then I thought, well, I have to tell, or I'm gonna pass out in front of the patient. And yeah, I had the time to tell them that I'm gonna pass out. So my supervisor held me and took me to a bed, and like I was a patient, and I was, oh my god, I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my god, I'm supposed to see all these things, and I've seen like worse. At least I like watching operations and stuff. I think it's interesting, and that was nothing compared to the stuff you see at the operation table. And I don't know why I passed out, but you should not worry, because in the coming week, throw myself into those arterial blood tests. And as soon as I heard that someone is gonna take some arterial blood, I'm like, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna get used to this. And actually, yes, after a few weeks, I had no problems watching. Tip there is to like keep like expose yourself for things that you're afraid of, and then slowly your brain will get used to it, I guess. Tip number 5, in the medical you have these medical terms, and my tip, and one thing you should know is that it's good to learn them, because you'll hear them repeatedly through your 3 years, so you can as well learn them in year 1. You don't have to, but you can as well learn them as well. Especially in the last semester, I think it is important. We had exam on those terms. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Sweden we have exams. It can be good to know, because in your last semester you're supposed to be in your clinicals. You're supposed to be independent, like you're all on your own. And the doctors, when they're documenting, they're often using medical terms. So if you're there alone and you have no idea what that means, it can really affect the patient. So my tip is that you learn some medical terms. And I know there are a lot of YouTube videos that take